Hey guys, Sodex here, and today I'm bringing you a deck profile. This is going to be a deck profile on one of my first decks I ever made for Vanguard, and it is the Deity deck. Yeah, so was really excited to see that Deity's got some support for Paurus collection, and yeah, let's get started with it. So starting Vanguard, we run Deity Riot Horn. He's essentially like the only starter you can use for Deity, and his ability is really good. His ability is when a unit in the same column as a unit with a Deity in its name becomes stand, you stand this unit. So something stands, he stands in front of it. That's it. So you got another column to attack with because of him. So yeah, nothing much else to say about Riot Horn, except he's boss. Next for grade 3s, we run 3 Deity Ethics Buster. He's your break ride, and yeah, he's pretty cool looking. Epic as ever. Yeah. So his ability is Limit Break 4. When you ride a Nova Grappler unit on top of this unit, it gets plus 10k. And the ability, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, stand all your units in the front row. So it's just more attack power. It's stand for days. That's all. Then his other ability is that when he's boosted by a Nova Grappler rear guard, he gets plus 2k, so he becomes a 13k attacker. Not too much else to say. He's Deity in his name. He's like one of the few Deity bosses you can use. You could use Azure Dragon or Illumino Dragon, but why would you? Yeah. So yeah, 3 Ethics Busters. Next, this can vary, but I use 3 Ethics Buster Reverse because he is the card I used the most when I first started playing this deck before the support. So yeah, his ability is that he becomes cross ride when you have Ethics Buster in the soul. Then his other ability is what I love the most, even though it's very cost heavy. Limit Break 4, Counter Blast 2, choose 2 cards with Deity in your hand and discard them, and then lock 2 of your Nova Grappler rear guards. Until end of turn, he gets the ability at the end of the battle that this unit attacks a Vanguard, stand him, and you can't use it for the rest of the turn. So basically, with Break Ride turn, you're going to Infinite Hell, which is basically 8 attacks if you have 2 front row rear guards. So you do 1, 2, attack, restand, then restand him, 1, 2, attack, restand, then 1, 2. 8 attacks. So yeah, he's really good. Only thing is that he only works well when you break ride. So what you would do when you're playing this deck is if you have Ethics Buster, you ride Ethic Buster and you stay on Ethic Buster until you get to the turn that you know that you're going to kill your opponent. Then you just whammy, whammy, whammy. Yeah. So I run 3. I think some people might run only 2 of him. I run 3 because I like him. And lastly, then I run 2 Ethic Buster Extremes. Same thing. He's cross ride when you have Ethic Buster into soul, and then his Limit Break 4 ability is that when you drive check a grade 1 or greater Deity card, you stand one of your Nova Grappler rear guards. So this is good if you're playing against like people who plays grade 2 game, because then you'll just be swinging your opponent and you'll just be using your rear guards to attack your opponent's rear guards and punish them for just staying at grade 2, and it's like, look at me, like twin drive and all that. And then I'm standing my dudes as well, so I'm getting more attacks in. So yeah. But yeah, run 2 because honestly it doesn't work too well with the break ride, because if you break ride on top of him, you attack, you stand your front row. If you have Riot Horn there, then you just stand Riot Horn as well. Then you have like 1 unit left to stand, so yeah, it's very situational. If I don't have Ethics Buster to ride for grade 3 and I have him, I'll just ride him and I'll just stay on him. So yeah, then stride on top of him and all that. So yeah, it's not a bad card. It's a really good card, but I like reverse more, even though people says extreme is better. I like reverse. For grade 2s, one of the key cards you need to run 4 of is Deity Brainy Papio. He's so good, especially if you manage on your grade 2 turn to ride one and then call 2 more. I did that one game, and the on-hit pressure was so real. So his ability is that on Vanguard or Rearguard, you special counterblast 1 Beast Deity card. If this unit attacks hits a Vanguard, you pay the cost. If you do, stand one of your Nova Grapplers Rearguards. So yeah, on-hit pressure, and especially when you get to grade 2, and you have 3 of them out just for kicks. Say, I'm going to attack with him. I'm going to attack with him. You let it hit? Okay, cool. Stand again. Attack with him. Let it hit? Cool. Stand, attack him again. Attack with that. Okay, cool. Hit. Stand. Is it once per turn? No, it's not once per turn. So you can literally spam this card if you have to counterblast. So yeah. But your opponent's probably just going to block most of it. But if they do that, they're dropping a lot of cards to make sure this card doesn't hit. So, fun times with Brainy Papio. So yeah, 4 of him because he's really essential. Let's just fix that, make it look pretty. Yep, okay. Next, for Hatred Chaos, he's your 12k attacker. Nothing much else to say. Yeah, 12k attacker. That's just to say. Finally, last grade 2s I run 4 Beast Deity Dragotwist. He's the new card that came out in Fire's Collection, 2015 Winter. Yeah, so his ability is that you counterblast 1. It's not a special counterblast, just counterblast 1. When he becomes stand, and you have a Beast Deity Vanguard, you pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's rearguard and equal or less to his attack power, and retire it. So basically, you now have a card that retires when he restands, which is pretty good. I think Beast Deity needs something like that, but because it's counterblast 1, this deck is now became counterblast heavy. So yeah, use your discretion. But yeah, yeah, Dragotwist. Another option you can run for grade 2 is Golden Anglet. His ability is that you can, when he restands, he gets plus 3k. So pairing it up with the Beast Deity Stride, he can get plus 6k. But yeah, that's another option you can use as opposed to Dragotwist if you want to save counterblast, or the 12k attacker. But yeah, you have some grade 2 options. You have 4 grade 2 options. There's other grade 2s that I don't think, what is it, Black Tortoise? No, that only works for Assured Dragon. Yeah, so not Black Tortoise. So yeah, grade 1, another essential card, 4 max beats. It basically is, his ability is a special counterblast 1 Beast Deity card. When he becomes stand, you choose one of your you pay the cost, you choose one of your other Nova Grappler rearguards and stand it. So basically, combo off. If you just stand him, counterblast 1, stand something else. If you have 2 max beats, stand, then stand something else. This deck can combo off each other pretty well, as long as you have the counterblast to do it. As I said, because now you have Dragotwist, you have max beat, you have Brainy Papio, and you have reverse, you're going to be using a lot of counterblasts. So yeah, be very wary of that. Next, for 3 Desert Gator, he's your 10k attacker. Nothing much else to say about it. 10k attackers, good for grade 1 rush. Yeah. Next, one of the few cards that are not Beast Deity in his name. 2 Arashid. He's your stride fodder. Pay for stride. That's about it. Yeah. Finally, you're gonna run 4 Beast Deity Perfect Guards because you want to drive check into those Beast Deity card names. So, in order to get off get off Extreme's ability and Catastrophe's ability, which we get to soon. So yeah, 4 of the Beast Deity Perfect Guards because of the name, and Perfect Guards are Perfect Guards too. So yeah. Lastly, trigger lineup: 4 Beast Deity crits, 4 Red Lightnings. You kind of need this because your deck is pretty counterblast heavy. His ability is that you put him to soul, then you unflip 2 damage. No, 1 card. I'm mistaken. You unflip 1. So yeah, saves you some counterblast there. Yeah, so 8 crits, 4 draws, and then 4 heals, because heals are going to heal. Yep. Yep. That's basically it for the main deck. Now we shall go to the G zone. And thank you, Fire's Collection, because you just made me very happy. So Stride. I'm gonna run 4 copies of Catastrophe. Came out Fire's Collection 2015. Love this card. His ability is that once per turn, you choose a face down card from your G zone, turn it face up. And if you have a heart with Beastie in its card name, it gets the ability when you drive check a grade 1 or higher Beastie card in its name, you choose one of your rear guards and stand it. Good. Then the second part to ability is that if you have 2 or more BCD catastrophes in your G zone, those stand unit gets plus 3k. So what will you do is that you'll stride onto him first. You will flip a copy of him for his ability. Then after that, you stride him again. Then you flip something else, not catastrophe. So basically, you can use his stride for 3 turns, if you can pay it for the cost. But yeah, so the first time you stride, you won't get the plus 3k, but then the second time you stride, you will get the plus 3k. So yeah, he's basically Ethic Buster Extreme as a stride, but get plus 3k on second stride. So yeah, not too bad. It's just restanding power, like what Ethic Buster, what Beastie usually do. So yeah, nothing too special about it, but I love this card. He looks very nice. And pairing him up with Dragotwist, you're guaranteed going to retire something as well. So yeah, fun times. And even Dragotwist with Brainy Papio, restand it, just retire. And the plus 3k, then you can retire grade 3 rear guard. So yeah. Then next run to Victoplasma. You just need to, honestly, because you're mostly going to be striding onto him. He's like a finisher as well. So for people who don't know what Victoplasma does, you Counter Blast 2, then Persona Flip. Then he gets if you have 2 or more cards in your G zone, he gets the ability, and you lose 1 drive check, so it becomes Twin Drive, and he gets the ability, at the end of the battle that this unit attacks a Vanguard, you discard 2 Nova Grappler cards from your hand. Oh no, it's not even Nova Grappler. You discard 2 cards from your hand, and then restand him. That's it. He's your restander. So nothing much else to say. The last 2 cards I have is Vic 10, the on hit, and then Tribute, if rear guard stands due to an effect, you Counter 1, you give it plus 2k, and then you retire opponent's rear guard. So yeah, mostly you would use these cards to flip for Catastrophe, so you won't be striding into these cards too often. But I did find myself having to stride onto this when my field is not good to stride into Catastrophe. Yeah. Tribute's pretty good. You can pair it off with Dragotwist. So restand Dragotwist, Counter Blast 1, Dragotwist, retire something, then use his ability, Counter Blast 1, give Dragotwist plus 2k, he becomes 11k, then retire something else. So that's not too bad. Vic 10 on hit, restand something, plus 5. So yeah. But again, you're not going to be using these strides too often. You'll be using it to flip for Catastrophe. So yeah. Field setup wise for this deck. So on the best occasion, you would have Ethics Buster here. You would never, when you run onto Rhyhorn, never put him behind the Vanguard. You always put it behind one of the his 2 back rear guards. You should have Brainy Papio somewhere, because Brainy Papio is like super OP. No, not OP. I'm joking. It's not OP. Brainy Papio is really good. Then you can either have 12k attacker or Dragotwist, 1 of the 2. Then you should have like max beat somewhere. And yeah, then if you have like another rear, let's just put another rear guard behind the Vanguard. So yeah, something like this. If your field setup is somewhat like this, you have a full field, then just striding to Catastrophe is what you would do. Then you have Brainy Papio there, either or. I'll just put Dragotwist aside. You attack with rear guard first. Attack with this. If they let it hit, stand this, then restand that. Attack with that, then attack with that. Then you get triple drive. One Beast Deity will stand this. Second Beast Deity stand this. Third one stand this. Then swing again. Then swing Papio. Always swing Papio before your swing Papio second. So then, if it hits, you can restand your dudes again. So yeah. Yeah. So that's what you basically do. And then once you get second, third stride, then you'll be just swinging all that jazz. But if your field setup, like this happened to me before as well. If your field setup is somewhat like this, you only have like one column rear guard, and it just takes one rear guard. If it's just, and you're trying to catastrophe, it's just one card to restand something. I know you get triple drive check, but the ability, like, what's the point of using catastrophe when you only have one column to stand? So then at this point you would be using either Vic 10 for the on hit pressure, so you restand the dude, or Vic Tribute. So yeah. And then if you actually have Essex Buster out and you have your full field set up, let's switch this back here. Like that, full field, and you know you're gonna kill your opponent next turn, and you're at limit break. Then obviously you're gonna do, hey, let's do this, boom, break ride, block these two. You have a 12k attacker. He's going to hit Vanguard because he's 12k attacker. So boom, 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 boom. How different fight would say it? Attack, attack, attack. Stand, 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 stand. So like that. But yeah, that's all for this deck profile. I am extremely happy about Beast Deity getting support, and they're also getting some support in set GBT06. There's the Horn Hank dude. So yeah, and was it Jackal? There's a Jackal. I think it's a Jackal. It's a Jackal. Yeah, but yeah, I'm really happy that Beast Deity is getting some support. But I think what we this deck right now is pretty much as good as it can get. But yeah, that's it for this deck profile, guys. Hope you like it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.